So the Congo are yet again another civ that is getting big religious bonuses. Now, they might not necessarily be geared towards a religious victory, but I find it interesting that we're seeing so many of the announced civs so far have these benefits to faith because it just kind of shows how important this mechanic is going to be in Civ 6. So Mvemba on Nzinga is leading the Congo, and I bet you anything you didn't think I was going to try to pronounce that name, did you? I figured, you know what, I need to keep everyone on their toes. Everyone can't be like, Drew can't pronounce any names. He's so terrible at pronunciation. I'm trying, okay? And I just, boom, throw a curveball in every once in a while. So let's talk about his leader ability. Let's first of all talk about this debuff, because everybody's talking about it. The Congo are not going to be able to build holy sites, which means no religion for them. However, their bonus is that they get the founding belief of the majority religion. So this is going to be great because you don't have to worry about the religious game as the Congo. And we're going to get more into that in the future. The Congo are a really great civ to play as if you're trying to go for like a tall cultural game. And we'll kind of get into the reason why in the future. Let's talk about the civ's ability. So their relics, artifacts, and great works of sculpture produce food, production, and gold for their city, in addition to the usual cultural and tourism. And by the way, this is kind of cool because this is the first time we've seen the Great Works window. I know that I've played the game on 2 separate occasions, but I never got this far. They never showed us the Great Works tab and anything like that. So this is kind of cool. I'm interested to see a lot more into this because at this point, I don't think we really have any idea of what the new definition of a cultural victory is. They're also going to be able to generate great merchants and great artists twice as fast. Again, another big bonus for playing tall and going for a cultural victory. Their unique unit is pretty cool. It's going to replace the swordsman, and it's going to get a defensive bonus versus ranged attacks, as well as it can see through forests and jungles with no movement penalty. That's really cool. Also, no iron is required. So this will be a very good defensive unit. Obviously, still very much, I think, a great unit to be able to defend yourself with. I mean, of course, you can use all these unique units probably for a city siege, but I think these are more geared towards stopping that assaults on maybe a capital city from an invading enemy. Finally, the unique district, it's going to replace the neighborhood, and it's going to be built earlier in the game than normal. It's going to provide food and gold in addition to the usual housing. So, again, extra food, which is the big reason why I think a lot of people have the strategy in mind to play tall with the Congo. You're not forced to play tall at all. I mean, it'd be interesting to see someone try to go wide, but it seems like it's kind of more of leaning towards maybe finding only 4 to 5 cities. We don't necessarily know the specific strategy. I know that in Civ 5, playing tall meant 4 to 6 cities. That might not be the case for Civ 6, but I'd imagine it's probably still a pretty relevant strategy. So my final thoughts. I think the Congo are an excellent civ to suggest to anyone that hasn't played a Civilization game in the past. I know, that's crazy, but there's definitely a lot of people that haven't. Or if you just want to explore the new cultural victory. I think the fact that you don't have to worry as much about the religious aspect would be great because you're going to end up getting those founder beliefs no matter what, eventually in your empire. Kind of just focusing on getting up 4 to 6 cities, focusing on building up your population. I think it's going to be a great addition for the new players to the franchise, but I also think they're going to work great on a deity difficulty where maybe you have very aggressive civs around you as the Congo. You can just try to chill, keep everyone relaxed, and maybe slide your way into a cultural victory at the last second. Now, the Congo and Egypt are the only African civs so far announced for Civilization 6, and I think more than likely it's going to stay that way. I'm really hoping that we see more African nations, whether it be through DLC or expansions, just because, whether it's like an AI-only battle or I do like a TSL game, I like having most of the map filled out with almost the same amount of civs. I don't want as many in Europe. Obviously, we got a lot of civs inside of Europe for Civ 5, but I'm hoping that, they've talked about how they wanted to spread the love, I guess, around this time. So I hope we see South Africa or the Zulu, Ethiopia come back. Somebody from North Africa would be really fun. But anyways, guys, if you want more leader breakdowns, they'll be all over here. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.